different stuff happening in the alleyways. So there's some things that are happening that have been a little more concerning over the past couple weeks in terms of, a little bit more of like violent activity that's happening in the neighborhood.
Okay.
But there needs to ultimately be a better solution.
So let me ask you this. So what do you think, as a taxpayer in the city and county of Denver, that people who are experiencing houselessness, maybe struggling with mental health, physical health issues, what do you think that the city should be doing with your taxpayer dollars to alleviate this issue?
I mean, we were just talking about this. The amount of people that's down here right now is like enough to pay, 3 months rent at any apartment anywhere. Like, this is, I don't know what the right way is, but this is certainly not the right way.
And most of the homeless that we have, a lot of it is a mix between mental illness, and you've got some veterans that have some PTSD that aren't able to, locate and have jobs. So there's other things like that the city could definitely be doing more of. To focus on mental health and rehabilitation and taking people that might have lost their job and lost their, way of life and have now been forced to the streets.
So, as a former insurance agent, I used to tell my clients that most Americans are 2 to 3 pay cycles away from making catastrophic decisions about housing, healthcare, and what bills they choose to maintain and which ones they do not. Have you calculated for yourself how far away you might be?
I mean, it's all paycheck to paycheck at this point. And the average American, a $400 bill, people, they don't have enough money for a $400 bill. And none of us really, have savings. And with Denver and the increase of all the rents and how much it costs to actually live here, it's very detrimental. You lose your job and a couple weeks later, and COVID has definitely strapped every average, citizens into bankruptcy, living on the streets, because we've run out of a lot of the aid that we were giving. So we've cut down on what we were giving for unemployment, which people needed that to survive. So we're putting people into this catastrophic state of what do we do next?
That's really a good question. What do we do next? So do you feel, with this question of what do we do next, that since the mayor's chief of staff was specifically here at this location this morning, that the mayor's priorities for you as a resident under his care are placed in the right direction?
I'm not going to vote for him.
Well, he's already he's a lame duck. He's term limited.
I actually didn't know that, so that's huge.
But could he do better? 100%. Because it's not just about what we pay in rent. It's that we all need to be taken care of in a sense of humane treatment. And just moving people from one street to the other. You take these tents, they're just going to move to another location.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just forcibly moving people down and repeating the cycle.
And again, people are so settled here. Like, it's just been here for months and months, and it's like, that a porta potty, like, they're all set up. Like, they're just going to go into probably a worse situation.
You brought up a really good point.
This is a traumatic relocation, so you're taking people that already have stress.
Stuff.
And you're telling them, well, we'll box it up for you for a couple of months and we'll take it away. Where is the humanity in that? Where is the rehabilitation? Where is us saying that some of our, tax dollars, which I would like to know that a certain portion of that goes to taking care of people that have been, victimized by this pandemic.
Well, that's a good point.
You can't, no one asked to be mentally ill.
So have you read the mayor's statement that he just put out about all the things that are going on, why the Denver Police Department needs a pay raise and not a rescheduling of their job duties to reallocate money toward medical professionals, social workers, and actually like fixed long-term solutions?
I haven't read it, but I'm sure it's bullshit.
I'm going to ask you ladies to go check that out. Okay? I think you're well educated, well versed. I know that there's a general assembly at the Sunken Gardens outside of Denver Health on Thursday night to encourage people to come and talk about roles and getting active. I know that this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is a 3-day action planned at the Capitol. And I'm not sure how 24 hours a day it's going to be, but my understanding is that by Friday night, there will begin to be protests after work for those who are fortunate enough to have such. And it's a really big call out. out. So
Thank you.
if you're outraged about this and you're well educated, then hopefully, spreading that well-versed education is key and important. And I'm going to try to save that